Black base coat, paint all of the armour panels with Macragge Blue. I would suggest thin layers and multiple coats to give a smooth finish. Recess shade all of the recesses in the armour with Leviadon Blue contrast. Take your time with this step. A lot of the deeper inset recesses, like the ones on the Primaris armour, allow you just to kind of dip the paintbrush in and it'll collect in the recesses. And any overspill is actually easy enough to correct on this scheme because Macragge Blue covers quite well. But taking your time, and the less overspill, the less correction needed to finish. And this stage, correct any overspill of the contrast paint before proceeding to the highlighting stage. The first stage highlight is with Calgar Blue for all the edges of the armour. Again, with Primaris Marines there's a lot of sharp edges, so using the edge of the brush as much as possible will make this a little bit easier, but it does take a lot of time. Any surfaces where this isn't possible, just be as slow and steady as you can in using the brush, and remembering that any thicker lines or lines that go a bit awry you can always correct with Macragge Blue. A second thinner edge highlight then with Fenrisian Grey. This doesn't need to be the entire areas, but the more prominent sharper corners, say on the flatter panels. In addition, any areas where the light would be hitting an upturned surface would be also worth picking out with this colour. To complete the edge highlighting, you can optionally put dots of blue horror paint on the sharpest of corners. This probably stands out more on the heads of Space Marines as opposed to on their armour, but particularly around, say, the belt and on the covering panels on the side of the legs, picking out the sharp corners does add to the effect. For the gold areas, paint all of the areas to be gold with Retributor Armour. Wash all of the gold areas with Guilliman Flesh contrast. I stop at this step with the gold. You could always go ahead and highlight the prominent areas with something like Liberator Gold afterwards, but I find the Retributor Armour plus Guilliman Flesh look is a very warm gold, which I quite like. And this is the finished result.